Hi everybody, it's Casey Williams. I know for some of you the idea of a 5-door electric Mustang crossover is going to be sacrilege. For others, it might sound like a pretty good idea. I think I'm in the later camp. Let's go look at the vehicle we have this week, the 2022 Ford Mustang Mach. Ford could have created a 5-door crossover, special electric one, that looked like an overgrown Ford Focus, but they didn't. They had the good sense to at least give it the style of a Mustang, and I think it mostly worked for the vehicle. You know, in the front, you really have a Mustang look. From the grille outline, which of course is just a plastic panel because it's an electric vehicle, the way the squinty headlamps are in the hood forms. It looks really aggressive, looks really mean, and I think it works for it really well. Here on the side, again, you get that Mustang profile, a lot of the Mustang design cues. I love how these fenders kind of come in this line here, and I like how it's kind of tightly drawn over the rear fenders, and it's just down over the wide stance. I think it looks really, really nice. Some other things that you see, you know, the door pulls are all integrated here. Press the button. Again, just looks very sleek, very high tech. Of course, up here on the front fender, got the power plug. And come around the back, and I really think this is the nicest view of the vehicle. I love this kind of fastback roofline. I like the way the fenders come in. I like the triple barrel tail lamps that really connect it to other Mustangs. And I think it looks pretty sexy from this angle. So one of the things you've never had in a Mustang before is a large cargo compartment. Back seat split fold down, plenty of space here. You can get your luggage in, you can get your golf bags in if you want to easily. If you've got kids, you can get strollers in. So you have all the practicality of a crossover, but the exterior style of a Mustang, and I think it works really well together. Well, I think the interior style might shake up Mustang enthusiasts just a little bit, but I think not for very long, because I think Ford did a really nice job executing the interior of this vehicle. You know, if everything feels nice, it feels expensive. I like the cloth here on the dash, kind of the faux carbon fiber look. But it looks really nice, and kind of this twin dash arrangement like you've had in classic Mustangs. But of course, there's also a lot of technology that comes with this vehicle. You got the infotainment screen here in the middle that looks like the one in the F-150 Lightning. I like the flat screen instrument cluster up here as well. Showing my range at 210 miles right now. Speedometer, and then the adaptive cruise controls all here sitting in the center. So I think all that looks really nice. I like the steering wheel, like leather-wrapped steering wheel. This has heated front seats and a heated leather-wrapped steering wheel. Wireless phone charging down below, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation. It's got the fixed panoramic roof. And really, you know, as winter's starting to come in now, it's really nice to have the sun coming through the glass. But I really like the interior. I think it just feels very nice. This has the B&O audio system, which sounds fantastic. Easy to connect devices, easy to control the devices, and really nice to listen to them. Also quite a bit of safety gear in this vehicle. So that has pretty much every safety system you'd want. Has automatic emergency braking, has lane keep assist, blind spot warning, rear cross path detection, everything you need. Also has, you can use your phone as a key to get into the vehicle, and it also has the automated parallel and perpendicular parking systems. So really the full suite of safety tech too. So driving the Mustang Mach-E is where things get unique. So this has Ford's Blue Cruise system on it, which is their hands-off system. They've designated about 130,000 miles of roads in the United States where it's safe to use it. So there's a camera here on the steering column. It's watching my face, watching the road, and making sure I'm paying attention, and I'll continue to pay attention. And that's a good idea to kind of keep your hands at the ready anyway, but you can sit here, put your hands on your lap, and relax just a little bit. But being an electric car, you know, it's smooth, it's quiet, it has 346 horsepower, so plenty of power. It's got electronic all-wheel drive. You've got, they claim this has got the extended range battery on it, so they claim 290 miles range, which is pretty good for a mid-sized crossover. I haven't seen that. I've been seeing more like the 220 mile range, but there's also been a lot of interstate driving, which tends to bring that down a little bit. Recharge time is not bad. If you do it on a DC fast charger, you can do 10 to 80% in about 45 minutes. If you do it on a home 240 volt charger, you can do it easily overnight. And if you plug it into a wall outlet, you're looking at about 90 hours. So I don't recommend you doing that. But in an emergency or staying at a hotel, you can at least get it charged a little bit overnight. But again, it's smooth, it's quiet, does 0 to 60, 4.8 seconds, and you just step on it. But you know, I've been doing a lot of driving today. I've been doing a lot of interstate driving on it just to kind of experience it. I also went and strafed some 2-lane roads, some of my favorite 2-lane roads, and that was a lot of fun too. It's like that's when you realize it is a Mustang. It's like, you know, it handles well, all the weight from the batteries is down low in the chassis, it's got a wide stance, steering's tight, and it just feels very nice. And it just brings to mind, it's like, you know, people who love Mustangs, they say, you know, I'd like to have a Mustang, but there's some issues with it, right? I can't get my kids in the back of it. Well, this one you can. You've got 4 doors plus a hatchback, plenty of space. Well, you know what happens if it snows? Well, you got all-wheel drive, not a problem. And people might say, well, Mustang burns a lot of gas. Well, that's gone too. So you have to adjust your perception just a little bit, but I think Ford has done a really nice job of making a proper Mustang that is also a 4-door, 5-door electric crossover, if you can believe that. So I think it's done very nice. And they've also brought it to market at a pretty reasonable price. So the Mach-E starts just under $47,000. This one has equipped $56,200. Well, next week, another fun car. Until then, storm forward.